these are one or two things that shows that it's an abnormality. So we
Okay.
wanted us to know everything about ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, well, listeners, if you just tuned in, this is Radio Angelus. This is the Health Arena, and our discussion for this evening is on breast cancer. This is the month of October, the pink month, and most of our discussions for this month is going to be on breast cancer because this month is designated for the commemoration of breast cancer. And we have our guest for the show this evening, staff of St. Luke's Catholic Hospital, precisely in Alham, with us this evening. If you just tuned in, don't change your dial, just call a friend and tell another friend to tune in. And if you have any questions, you have any suggestions for us this evening, you can join us via WhatsApp on 055 1300. That is 055 1300. Or you can also join us with your comments via Radio Angelus Ghana on Facebook. Don't change your dial. We'll be right back after this short break.
Our Father in heaven.
How do you start your morning? For me, I serve my lovely listeners with the most interactive, informative, and educative show, The Morning Express. The top stories in the Catholic community, health tips, and some historical delicacies. It is Cecilia Nadede Ayi, your host for the Morning Express show every Monday to Friday from 8 to 11 a.m. here on Radio Angelus. Do make a date.
Three, two, one.
It's not just one, nor two. It's four. Four times the excitement, four times the power, four times the effect. It's the all-new World Youth Day Diary on Radio Angelus. This time, we came your way with a four-tier deal and four hosts to amaze you with various contents. Join us. Listen every Thursday at 7 p.m. Join us every first Thursday to get up to date on World Youth Day activities. Second, funding. Seize your travel buds as you join us every third Thursday on Travel Block. And hola! Every fourth Thursday, join us to learn Portuguese for Lisbon 2023. And if a month has 5 Thursdays, episode. World Youth Day Diary. Revitalized, revamped, and refreshed.
It's educative.
And the bishop is to teach, the bishop is to govern, the bishop is to sanctify.
It's informative.
It's not like they are blocking their chances. No, I don't believe that.
It's entertaining. It's the Standard Review Show on Radio Angelus. Simply grab a copy of the Standard newspaper p.m. only on Radio Angelus.
Welcome back from the short commercial break. We are still discussing breast cancer, and we have staff of St. Luke's Catholic Hospital with us. They are going to launch their campaign against breast cancer in their district. It's interesting to note that they have not discovered any data on breast cancer in their district. And because of that, they've taken the bold step to campaign, they've taken the bold step to research into breast cancer in their district. With us this evening is Madam Anita Asante, we have Mr. Lawrence, and we have Madam Vicentia. officer, Dr. Paul Achakoni, will be joining us via a phone call. Hello, Doc. Hello. Hello. Hello, Doc. Good evening. Can you hear me, Doc? Hello, good evening, Doc.
Hello.
Welcome to Radio
Hello.
Angelus. Hello, Doc. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me, please?
Hello.
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 Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes. Welcome to Radio Angelus.
Hello. Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Radio Angelus, please.
Thank you.
This is the Health Arena. I'm Francisca. And with me here in the studio are team members from your facility, St. Luke's Catholic Hospital, here with me to launch your campaign against breast cancer. Please, can you tell us a bit about breast cancer briefly?
Okay. As I was listening to you, Anita said that there's no data in Central Region about breast cancer. And this is very, very serious. But data has been taken from Colobiti Trust, which show that about 70% of our women that tested for diagnosis with breast cancer come in the advanced stages. And this is very serious. That means out of every 10 patients that come to the hospital, 7 of them are stages. And in advanced stages, most of the management is palliative, in which we cannot cure them. So early detection saves lives. So I'll start by saying just a brief overview of breast cancer. And you all heard about breast cancer, but there's something to revise our memory. So normally, any cell in the body divides. But when the patient is abnormal, in medicine, call it malignant. Because when it becomes abnormal, it can spread all over to the body. Now, if the cell is dividing abnormally in the breast, we call it breast cancer. Mostly because of women, a woman normally has a larger breast than men. So the chance of it, most of the time, the diagnosis to be in women. But rarely, it also occurs in men because men have breasts. But women have more breasts than men. So most of the diagnoses are found in women. So currently, breast cancer have come to pass cervical cancer as the most commonly diagnosed cancer in women. In about the last 10 years of cervical cancer, but currently breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer in women. And the second leading cause of cancer death among women. So all those who die from cancer, the second leading cause is breast cancer. Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer. And every 30 minutes, a woman dies of breast cancer. So as you are seeing, we just finished talking, we are talking every 2 minutes. A woman is diagnosed with breast cancer. And every 30 minutes, actually the program has been for about 30 minutes. So we need this 30 minutes, okay, this program has come in. 3 women would have died from breast cancer. So the main thing is early detection. If we are able to detect it early, then you can treat and the patient will survive. If the patient comes late, as I said, 70% of women come in the advanced stages. They are not able to treat it well. So out of every 10 women, one has breast cancer. That's a recent statistic has been done. 1 out of every 10 women has breast cancer. So normally, cancer, we don't really have a cause for cancer. We have breast cancer. So we have lifestyle, we have age, obesity, pregnancy, and breastfeeding, diabetes, hypertension. Now, some of them we can modify it. Some of them we can't modify it. So if your mother or your There's an increased rate of breast cancer. For
Okay.
that, you can't do much about it. If you are as you are going old, you also have an increased risk of breast cancer. So that one, you can't do anything much about it. For your lifestyle, avoid alcohol and the daily exercise, obesity, diabetes. If you have diabetes, you have to go to a hospital where diabetes is well managed. As I said, and they forgot to add that in Luke Hospital, you have a diabetic clinic, and you also have a hypertensive clinic. So
Okay.
which you want on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
So if you have hypertension, you have to go to the hospital so as your BP is well managed.
Okay. Thank you very much,
So
Doc.
normally the breast cancer so many shapes. You have the pendulous, you have the different shapes. But doesn't mean that if your breast cancer, it doesn't mean that you have breast cancer. But there are certain things that shows that you have a breast cancer. So if you start to feel a lump in your breast, if you start having discharge from your nipple, which is known as a rash, that all those things I'm saying doesn't mean you have breast cancer. But there are things that you should look, you have to investigate and come to the hospital. So if you see a swelling, that one side of the breast is getting swollen and the other side is not swollen, you have to go to the hospital. If you the breast starts feeling pain, severe pain in one side of the breast,
Doc, thank you so much
okay. So
for the education. We would like to have you on one of our shows for more of this education. But because of time, we would like you to talk about a bit about your project for the month.
can you come again? I didn't get that part.
Um, because of time, we would like you to give us a brief information on your project. Your team members are going to continue with the rest, but we just want you to
Our
give us
project,
a bit
the
of a
project we
gist.
are having.
Yeah.
Okay, so our project is, as I said, every person saves life.
Okay.
So as organized our committee, we want to do screening, and it's not going to be just a monthly screening. It's going to be a routine screening or a day for screening, which all women among a certain age will come. Then we will examine them. If we detect a lump, so normally every woman is supposed to go for routine screening every year. Apart from your self-examination, you do yourself in the house every month. So if you routine screening available, make it regularize it so that the patient can come for the routine screening every year for the so that you can detect it early so that you can save their lives.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Doc. We are privileged to have you on our show this evening. We hope to have more discussions with you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Well, call Achakone, a medical officer at the St. Luke's Catholic Hospital, giving us a bit of education on breast cancer and telling us something brief about their project for the month. With me in the studio are his team members who are actually doing a lot in our West District, that is in Apam, and they are reaching out to lots of lives. They are even bringing healthcare to the doorsteps of people. They will not wait for you to come to the hospital. They will actually with your project. When is the date and when is the time?
Okay. Thank you. So, months program. So we started yesterday. We launched it yesterday,
Okay.
and then as at yesterday to today and yesterday, we screened about 20 people, and
Wow.
even we've even seen two people,
Okay.
which means we have a lot of work to do,
Yes.
and it's a whole month up to 31st. So
Okay.
we are working on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's between 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
because we are the same people on duty. So
Okay.
we've grouped ourselves. So When someone comes and we can we have to work and then you have to work here. And so when you are less busy, you pass by, but we still have people available at that unit.
Okay.
And so we are all ready to work.
Okay. To add on, um, after the luncheon, we had groups of people, women, especially the hairdressers group, the seamstress group, and then some primary school or GSS tutors or teachers. We really need the team to come closer and then do the screening, which we have scheduled dates for them to come and do those screening for them. So we believe that when it goes closer to them, we do the examination, we teach them how to even examine their own breast. They will appreciate it and then continue. So when anything is being seen or detected, they will run to us because it shouldn't be to see something, but you have to take responsibility of your own life. Take care of yourself, see something, then get to us.
That's very good because it looks like you are starting from the scratch. You are not waiting for them to
No.
develop breasts.
No.
Even without the obvious sizable breast, you should learn to palpate, you should learn to examine your breast. And as you grow, it becomes part of you. That's very good because these things we are not taught. No one tells you how to examine your breast. But once you are going all the way to the market women, to the little ones, to educate them, it means you are actually starting prevention from a very
Tender age.
yes, at a tender age, and then they are going to grow with it. So please, where is the venue for the program?
Okay, so currently it's being done in the hospital facility.
Okay.
Yes, so but if you need us to come to your facility, just call us. Wherever you want us to meet you, we just negotiate and then we come around.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't have a lot of people in our team. It's a voluntary work. Yeah, so we need to talk things out and then we know how to schedule when then we come. So if you really want us to come, you just call us the earlier the better because we have to divide ourselves into two. Some will be in the hospital because people will be coming to the hospital. Then others too will be going out. Yeah, so but currently we are in the hospital facility. That's where we are working. Yeah.
Well, listeners, as you heard, you rightly heard, this is a team of health professionals who are bringing healthcare to the doorstep of people who cannot make it to their facilities. No one is paying them for a mobile clinic, no one is paying them for the movement. They have taken the initiative, and the campaign is a voluntary work because they care about the lives of the people in their community.
But to add that to it, the breast cancer is really affecting us psychologically. That is why we came in with our psychiatric nurse.
Okay.
So he has to say something a little about it. Yeah.
As he was telling the people, I was waiting a little bit
Okay.
because you know, as human as we are, we all go through emotional stress. When they have their first menarche, there's a stress they go through. If you don't know something, you have to be taught.
Yes.
So we've seen that one of the major psychological problems that people have in general is depression.
Okay.
And someone who is diagnosed of a terminal illness goes through that. When someone hears of a disease and it's like it's uncurable and you are diagnosed of it, so we are also making sure that anyone that is being detected during the examination, we start a lot of counseling for the person. Research tells us that depression is one of the silent killers, and it is the third major illness that kills people, but people do not know. You know, when you are depressed, your immunity is reduced.
Yes, that's true.
So if you are not able to take care of that and you leave it just as it is, you may do something that you don't really want to do. Even though this illness, when you are affected by it, there's a chance of survival.
Okay.
So if you are given proper education and then you are sent through a lot of therapies, you may understand what is happening and then appreciate that you can also live. There are people who have had their breast one taken off, others two, both of them, yet they are functioning better. Yeah, we have how do I call it, athletes among others. So we also want to make sure that when someone is in that state psychologically, the person is prepared to be able to cope with such illness. So it's a teamwork. So we also have to be involved to help people who are in those districts.
And to add that too, it's very true because as of yesterday we screened one lady. She's very young. And then when we identified the lamp, she started crying. We're like, oh, it's just a lamp, but we've not even checked. So she has to go through, we have to cancel her and then we have to refer her to the psychiatric unit so that they could talk to her before she was referred to the physician to be seen. So it's really disturbing people. Yeah.
This is the health arena, and with me in the studio are health health team members from St. Luke's Catholic Hospital. We have a phone call. In fact, they are doing a great job because specialties, psychiatric nurses among them, we have psychologists among them who are actually going to counsel you once you are diagnosed with a breast cancer or even a lump. And I think that aspect is very necessary because sometimes psychological problems, depression can even kill the person before the disease even does that. And this is the kind of team we have in our studios today. Actually, they are embarking on a project, a program, or a campaign which in them for that. Your group, the kind of people you are looking at.
Okay. So we are looking at females, mostly females, but the males are involved between the ages of 20 to 65 years, because the little data we got was showing us that about this time 20 years of the females like in that early stage are developing that. So we want to identify all these people. Maybe the lamp was seen in a 19-year-old girl. Time the teenagers are really at target. Yeah. So it's between 20 to 65 years. Yeah, but below our birth, we still see because some people develop breast earlier, and then the men too we need them. So we shouldn't limit ourselves to them.
So if you are listening to us, those who sent their questions that they are males, if they could also go, please, you are also welcome. Some ask they are having flat breasts. Some are saying they are having a sizable one. Others are also saying they are now developing breast. Any kind of breast can be examined.
Yeah.
So just walk to, if you are closer to the central region, just go to St. Luke's Catholic Hospital, or if you are closer to any health facility, just walk in and tell them you want to have your breast examined, and they are going to render their services to you. Now, let's talk about sponsorship. Do you have any funding? Do you have any sponsorship?
Not really. We've gotten little help from one pharmaceutical company, and I wish.
So that we appreciate
Yes,
them.
MSN Pharmaceutical.
MSN Pharmaceutical.
Yes, their boss is Sujit. Right. Yeah, he's really doing well with his reps. Ransford, Christopher, and then Raf. They're really doing well. They are helping us one way or the other. They are doing well. But we need more help. Individually, people are helping. Our MP, Gomwa West, Honorable Richard Jan, yeah, he also gave a little, and then he's even ready to help more.
The work is not
It's
a
not
small
easy.
work.
You have to move all the way from a palm to maybe the rampon to other communities. It's not easy. You have to go with the with vehicle. And then you are traveling with people. You should think about their lunch, although we are not paying them their welfare, but something to eat or water. You have to think about it. So we need more hands. We need help. Yeah.
Okay. So can you please put out a number that do you have any account, any mobile money number that you can put out there so that if anyone wants to contribute to support the program, the person could actually contribute to?
Okay, so currently, I think we can give the number, the account later. But for now, let me give out my phone number.
Okay.
Since I'm the team leader, usually let me give out my phone number. We can communicate, but later we will bring out the account number. Yes, so my number is 0242 863181. Yes.
Please mention.
3181. Yeah, but later we will send you the account. That's why you put it on there. We didn't know what was going to happen.
Okay. Okay. So if you just heard us, this is Health Arena, and we have team members or health workers from St. Luke's Catholic Hospital embarking on a breast awareness campaign since we are in the month of October and it's dubbed the Pink Month. And they are having a campaign, an awareness creation with the team Know Your Breast and Know It Well. And these are people who are educating young ones, young ladies, older people on how to examine their breast, how to locate lumps, and they empower them to come to the hospital to actually seek health care, embarking on a voluntary work. No one is paying them. They are having their resources with support from MSN Pharmaceuticals. We would like to appreciate you for your enormous contribution to our health facility, and the MP for Gumua West District, Honorable Richard Chan. God bless you for your efforts. God bless you for your initiative and for supporting such a worthy cause. If you are out there, a listener, a company, you would like to support them with bottles of water, you would like to support them with transportation, even if you want to support them with your own vehicle, you want to provide medical equipment, any kind of support you have for these people, you could call 0242863181. The number is 0242863181. Or you could also call in at Radio Angelus on 055 1300, 055 1300, and whatever support you have for the health workers at St. Luke's Catholic Hospital will get to them. Please, your final words to us. We would love to have you on the show for a very long time, but because of time, can you please give us your final words to our listeners?
Let me start so that the ladies will complete. The breast is a very delicate organ. So we are hoping that our ladies will take very good care of their breast. Sometimes the braziers that they wear, excuse me to say, too tight, and sometimes some are really really dirty. They don't change it, and these things are some of the things that can allow germs to accumulate over there. If you know that you have an enormous breast, you don't need those small ones to tight them. You cause more havoc to it. When you are diagnosed with breast cancer or any form of disease associated with the breast, the outcome is very bad. So let's take care of it and let's handle it with care.
Okay, to add on, we would like to plead with our women that the herbal treatment some of us use when we are initially diagnosed causes more havoc. It does more harm. We are not saying herbal treatment is not good in any way, but we are begging. The ones applied on the breast doesn't give positive result. We also want to acknowledge management members. They've been so helpful. When the proposal or the idea came, they were the first people who give us our support, and also the team members we are working with. It's a sacrificial work. People go out of their way to do several things for the group. Want to appreciate everybody. The names are too much, we can't mention. So team members for the Pinky Month, St. Luke Catholic Hospital, we say thank you for your support, and I believe whatever we've started go to a successful end.
Thank you.
Okay, so I would like to talk about something about partners.
Okay.
Yeah, because we realize most people consider where their partners not seeing their breast or handling it well. So I would like to plead the women, please let your husbands know your breast and know it well. And then you personally, you to know your breast and know it well. Then know your husband's breast so that they know it well.
That is
So
very
that
necessary.
in irrespective of any area, personally you wouldn't know. But a second person who is observant or knows you very well is able to identify one or two things. So let's give room. Thank you to my team member because when I had that thing in mind, I just brought people together. Surprisingly, we even have PMOs and the PNOs and the chief nursing officers around, but they all thank them. And again, MSN Pharmaceutical, I would say very thank you to them because it was just a phone call, and then they've all come in to help us. To the doctors, to everybody, I want to say thank you. If unfortunately I wasn't able to mention your name, just forgive me, but I really appreciate everything. Yes, and please allow me to say thank you to Timothy. Yes, we came with him. Yeah, our driver, but our estate officer. We really appreciate it. It wasn't easy. We have not even have it. We've not gotten easy journey today, but just by grace, we really appreciate it. We want to say thank you. Yeah, thank
Uncle
you very
Timo,
much.
thank you.
And then please to you too, the Radio Angelus, and then to Mr. Bowers. Thank you so much. Call, and then he was just helping us out, and then now we are here. So then the whole radio station members, yes, thank you so much, and God bless you.
Well, listeners, this is how far we could come because of time. And I must appreciate my team, the Health Arena team, for making this program possible. It has not been easy for our guests today, it has not been easy for us, but thankfully the program has come off. I must also admit that I have a co host, he's called Dr. Gordon Awini.
Okay.
He was supposed to be here, but he's been caught up at work.
Okay.
He extends his greetings to you and he wishes to have more interactions with you.
Okay.
Shall we please take some comments from Facebook? We have one Ransford Quay. He says St. Luke's Catholic Hospital, Apam, no size. And he also says, God bless St. Luke's Catholic Hospital, Apam, and staff. Holy Boniface. So he says he can't hear us.
Oh.
But we hope you heard us midway. We have Clarinda T. Brew enjoying the show. We are glad you did. We have Ransford Quay again. He says, Anita, I'm coming to be screened.
No problem, you're welcome.
Yes, he says Dr. Paul no size. And he says, Anita, that's no size, go higher. Yes, we thank you all for support for us this evening. We wouldn't have been here if you had not tuned in. And we are grateful to our technical producer, Mr. Jean-Luc, for being with us through the hustle and tussle of today. It has not been easy. Lots of emotions, like things going on, and we are grateful to him for making this program a success. And as you said, we are also grateful to Mr. Joseph Oliver Bowers for his support. the traffic and all that we had to go through for today's show. We are so much grateful. We would also like to thank Mr. Andy Manome and all staff of Radio Angelus. We thank you all for tuning in. And mostly we thank you out there, audience, our listeners, for tuning in, for the patience. The program is usually at 7 p.m., but even at 8 p.m., we still had people tuning in, people calling that they want to tune in, they are waiting for us to start the show. Unfortunately, we will have to bring the show to an end for today. I am Francisca Agbeakaselam. Hope to meet you same time next week for another edition of the Health Arena. Have a wonderful evening.
Not today. What shall not today. What shall we say to the God?